Hi, y'all. This is my very first live stream, clearly. Now, we are having some bad weather in the area, and when we have really bad weather, it affects our internet connection. So if we get cut off, I'm sorry. Hopefully everything will hold out for a while and everything will go well. But if it doesn't, just know that in my first live stream, I'm taking lots of notes and figuring out how this works so I can do this more often because I think it's going to be fun going forward. Try clicking back out and clicking in.
Oh, there you are.
Technical difficulties. I can't even say it. Technical difficulties, speech difficulties. Apparently I'm having a lot of difficulties this evening. I should have another sip. Oh. Hi, C2K. C2K, what is your name? Can I call you by your name or would you like me to call you C2K? Oh, that is awesome. 2 a.m. in the UK, but you're here for me and I appreciate it. It's just me and you right now. So like this is going to be, you know, an awesome personal one-on-one chat. I wanted to have a live stream because I get a lot of questions about me and obviously the captain. People ask us a lot of questions about ourselves all the time, and I don't know if I should make a video about that because, you know, I'm still kind of new to YouTube. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, what should be in a live stream versus what should be in a video. But one of the things we get asked about a lot is how long we've been married. And I don't know if that's because we look like, I don't know if that's because we act like a couple that has been married a short time or if we act like a couple that's been married a very long time. And the answer to that is that we've been married for 12, almost 13 years now of, you know, just absolute wedded bliss because who wouldn't be happy being married to the captain, right? We dated for almost 5 years before we got married. And like I just said, we've been married 12 years, almost 13 years. The captain and I don't have any children together, but I have mentioned before that I do have 2 adult sons. I was married once before, and I have 2 adult sons. They are 30 and 26. So, yeah, like I'm old, but I don't feel old. So I'm just gonna run with it. Like it's like time to have a second childhood because the kids are grown and all that stuff is done. So now I like to, you know, run around and play and, you know, check stuff out. Another question we get asked a lot is about whether or not we'll be moving to Thailand. Yeah, we get asked about that one a lot. In fact, we just got it. 1984 Schulze just asked, will you be moving to Thailand? And we don't have any plans to move out there right now, but we did love it there. Like we really, really loved it there. And we are already planning to go back. We're thinking early 2024 because we have a trip planned to Europe next year. And we just can't afford to take 2 international trips like that in 1 year. So we're going to go to Europe next year, trying to get Chuck and Paige from No Time to Be Sad to come with us because they're so easy to travel with. Like they're the best to travel with. And then the following year, in the wintertime, this time, well, as winter as Thailand it can be, we're going to go back again. And I would never say never to moving to Thailand because, you know, the world is an amazing place and Thailand is absolutely beautiful. But we don't have any plans to move there at this time. C2K, nearly ready for parole. That's funny. I guess you, but by parole, you mean retirement. I'm a real estate investor, so that means I'm pretty much retired as it is because I work from my phone anywhere in the world. Now, the captain, he still does have a job that he works at regularly, a full-time job that he absolutely loves. And I don't know if y'all have noticed or not, but he's quite a bit younger than I am. So he's not anywhere near ready for parole. Like he still loves going to work every day and he still and the company he works for is amazing. And the people he works with are just the bomb. So I don't blame him. If I went to work at his job every day, I would love it too. And I can't ask him to give that up early, but if it gets to a point where he's ready to give it up early, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see then. What do you think, honey? Maybe someday?
Maybe if they turn the air conditioning on.
Oh, he says Thailand has to turn the air conditioning on. He's here in the room with me, but he's off camera. So Yeah, me and the captain aren't Kara, but Kara is doing great. I talked to her the other day. We were texting back and forth, and I was so happy that she is loving it as much as I hoped she would. When she was here, staying at the house with us before they took off to Thailand, I was telling her about how amazing the food is and how really accommodating all the people are. Like, I speak no Thai, and everywhere we went, I tried to be really, really aware of the fact that I was visiting in their country, and I tried to be try to communicate as well as I could without having to put the burden on them to try to understand me. So a lot of sign language, a lot of, pointing and please and all that kind of stuff. But everyone there was so kind and so willing, and they wanted to like practice speaking English to me. And I thought that was so sweet, because I don't know if many of you are in the United States, or if you visited the United States, or not to talk bad about my home country, like I'm a Texas girl through and through, and I love Texas, but it's an arrogant place. Like, you will regularly hear people talk about how if you come to my country, you better speak the language, and that's whatever. I'm not going to get into all of that, but that's not the way we were treated in Thailand. Everyone in Thailand was so incredibly kind. And Kara is finding that same experience. Like, she's enjoying it so much. And so I'm just so grateful to know that she is over there with Chuck and having such a great time and, living her best life, because she waited a long time to do that. I'm definitely not going to wait that long. Oh, my plant light's on a timer. Sorry for the timer. Sorry, the light kicked out. If you come to the UK, C2K, Clay says, if you come to the UK, y'all can come to our city just down from London. I'll be happy to be your guide up in the city. If you buy me lunch and whisper sweet things, I might take you to see the Queen. That's hilarious. I can whisper sweet things in a little Texas accent. Would that work for you? Like, I would love to meet the Queen. What do you think, honey? You want to go meet the Queen someday?
We could take the boat down there. I'll be down for that.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh, Starlight Creations is here. Starlight Creations is one of my favorite people on the planet. Hi, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for being here. Yes. So Starlight Creations is my niece, and since she's been very little, I've been trying to convince her that I am the Queen of Texas. Now, clearly, in the real world outside the house, I'm not the Queen of Texas, but in my own mind, it's fun to pretend sometimes that I'm the Queen of Texas. She would definitely be my little princess. Hey, Rick. Things are going well. Like, things are going so well. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if they were any better. We are getting ready to go on another trip in another couple of weeks. And this one's not international. It's right here in the States. We're going to be going to the St. Louis area. St. Louis, right?
Yes.
We're going to the St. Louis area. It's for the captain's job. He works and he travels for work, and I like to travel with him. So we've got some fun stuff planned, and I don't know if y'all have ever been there, but the botanical gardens in the St. Louis area is absolutely stunning, and I'm going to go there and make a video just because it's just such a beautiful place. You would never think like St. Louis has such a beautiful place, but it really does. Hi, Vishka. It is great to be able to see you, or great to talk through a live chat. It is so fun. How are you doing? And where are you at? Are you in Australia? Let me know. Yes, the captain's saying it would be great if we took the boat to the UK. I like, going anywhere on the boat. Like, that's my favorite way to travel. It's like probably the slowest way to travel, because our boat travels at 22, 23 miles an hour. But every mile and every hour in that boat is such an amazing experience. I love to travel on the boat. Oh, absolutely. Petition the governor to have me named the Queen of Texas. Can I get a crown? Or a scepter? What do queens get? Like, I don't know. We'll have to wait for Clay to tell us what we get when I meet the Queen. I will ask her, how do I become the Queen of Texas? She should be able to clue me in on that, right? Yay, Australia. So Australia's opposite seasons. We're getting ready for fall here in Texas. Does that mean y'all are getting ready to go into spring, Bisha? Am I saying that properly, Bishka? Are y'all getting ready to go into spring? 11 a.m. Sunday morning. Wow. Y'all are way ahead of us, because it's 8 o'clock Saturday night in Texas. And I am such a wild child that 8 o'clock on Saturday night, I want to have a live stream. Like, this is what I like to do. I guess my clubbing days are over. Well, I mean, I have to be in bed by like 9:30 or 10 because I'm old, but whatever. Or you, the captain says he's going to go buy a lotto ticket to try to win the money to get us enough fuel for the boat to go to the UK. It would take every bit of a lotto, wouldn't it? That's crazy. I think we calculated it once, and it was how much was it?
Almost 200,000 in fuel.
Almost $200,000 in fuel for a round trip to the UK from Texas on the boat. So we won't be making that one. I think it would probably be less expensive to rent a cruise ship to take us there, right? Like to buy out the whole cruise ship. I don't know. I don't know what that costs either, but anyway, it's not happening. Whatever it is, that's not happening. Maybe we can go to Europe and rent a boat. Do they have like that kind of service there where you can go there and rent a boat and stay on it for a couple of months? I would love to check that out. And then do that in the Med as well. That would be so fun, wouldn't it? So I know I keep looking down. It's because I'm trying to read comments and talk to y'all. I'm normally just talking, and I talk with my hands a lot, which everybody's probably sick of seeing that. I don't know. Yeah, $200,000 to get to Thailand on the boat. So maybe if we cut that in half, $100,000, we just go there and stay, because the cost of living is much lower. We would need it to be that because we would be broke, but Oh, wow. Y'all have had a really cold winter? We have had a really hot summer in Texas. So, yeah, the weather's just, I don't know. People ask me all the time if I believe in global warming, and I obviously do because we're not living in the ice age. Now, the cause of global warming, I don't know. I'm not political. I don't get into all of that. Yeah, is it hot? Yeah, unless it's not, then it's cold. So, we're not living in the ice age. So, I don't know. Do y'all believe in global warming? I don't know. The Norfolk Broads can rent boats. Okay. I'll have to Google the Norfolk Broads and find out what that is. I'm hoping it's a boat rental service and, not some chicks out there with, I don't know, maybe it is a couple of chicks out in, Norfolk renting out boats. But that would be awesome because I would love to stay on a boat anywhere in the world. The bare bones of a canal boat. Oh, yeah, no, I need amenities. No kidding, right? Obviously, y'all have seen our boat. I need amenities. And yes, Rick, that is a lot of money. Way too much. Way, way, way too much to even that's just not us people. We're just normal people like you.
There's perspective with those tankers for how much money it costs across the ocean.
I know that's what the captain, I don't know if y'all could hear him. He was just saying, when it puts it into perspective, when you see those huge container ships carrying 5,000 and 10,000 containers, how much it costs for them to cross the ocean and come to, the Houston area. We are just outside of Houston. And so a lot of our boat videos that you'll see are on Galveston Bay, which is not the most beautiful thing, but it's the water here that floats our boats. So I appreciate it. But we have a lot of those tanker ships going in and out. And we always just wonder, where are they coming from? A lot of them come from China. A lot of them come from the Philippines, Japan. It's amazing. I can't even imagine how they carry all that fuel, or much less how they pay for it. Obviously, I guess we're all paying for it when we buy their products, but damn, that's a lot, right? Have you had Thai food like at a restaurant? If so, how does it compare to what you had on your trip? Okay, so yes, Wadman P. We have had Thai food, and fortunately for us, it is very similar to what we had in Thailand because the Thai restaurant that's close to our house is owned by one of Paige's friends from Thailand. So he's the one that helped set the menu and has determined how all the dishes are going to be prepared. So we get wonderful Thai food there at the restaurant that's just not even 2 miles away from our house, just like we got in Thailand. What I really miss the most about Thailand food-wise is all the fresh fruit and vegetables. Like we have the normal grocery store fresh fruit and vegetables you see just about anywhere, but not like Thailand. Like I don't think when we call food fresh, especially in like Texas in a grocery store, that's probably an orange that was grown in Florida and trucked over. So that's our idea of fresh fruit. In Thailand, as you know, like the fresh fruit there was grown just probably not far from there where you bought it in that market. And it is amazing. Like I loved that about Thailand, and we don't get that here. So I miss that. Okay, so Norfolk Broads are old reclaimed swamplands in East England, and it's farmerland. Okay. Narrow barges. Hi, Joe. Hey, Joe and Gift. It's great to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Where are y'all at this morning? Because it is Sunday morning there as well, right? I think y'all are just a little bit behind Bishka in Australia, if I'm right. I think I'm right. I could be wrong. Who knows? We know I don't know for sure. Do y'all watch Gift's channel? I think a lot of you do, because I know I've watched it since they've become friends with Chuck and Paige from No Time to Be Sad. I did the little dance with her in one of her videos. She should come here to Houston and dance with me in one of my videos, right? Doesn't that seem fair? Like, come on, Gift. Come visit. So Wadman says the restaurants near him are disappointing. Oh, I know. Once you've had like the real Thai food, it's not easy to settle for something else, is it? I mean, I know it's not for me. We had eaten Thai food before, but it wasn't the same. So now we just eat at the one restaurant that's owned by Paige's friend, and it's so good. Oh, Joe's watching UFC. I guess there's a big UFC fight right now, or something. I don't know. So your vegetable consumption goes up by 10 times when you go to Thailand. Definitely healthier than our Western diets. Absolutely. 100%. Like I ate so much in Thailand. Like I can eat. And I really enjoyed my time there. But I didn't feel all tired and bloated and everything when I had a big meal. Like, you can have a big meal and still go out and run around because the food is just so much healthier and higher quality. Like, it was probably swimming in the ocean just, I don't know, 2 hours ago before it hit your plate, whatever. In my mind, that's how it works. And it was just so good. Hey, Starlight. I'm going to start calling my niece Starlight now. That's the name of her business. So my niece, Starlight Creations, started a business on Instagram, and so proud of her. Like, so proud of her. Like, kids these days are amazing. When I was her age, I was worried about where I was going to dump my little brother so I didn't have to take care of him and go play with my friends. And that little brother is now her dad. And so when I tell her stories about dropping him off and just dumping him somewhere, she's like thinking she can't even comprehend that somebody treated her dad that way. But I'm the oldest, so I got to make the rules. He's the baby, so he got to break the rules, but whatever. That's just the way it works. Stuck in Florida. Thank you. It's so exciting to have 1,000 subscribers. Like, I can't even believe it. It's so fun. It is so fun. Stuck in Florida. What part of Florida are you in? I like Florida. Like, if you're going to be stuck in some place that's not Texas, it should be Thailand. And if it's not Thailand, then why not Florida? Florida's nice.
We're taking a boat to Florida.
Oh, we are taking our boat to Florida. For sure. For sure. The captain just said, yeah, that's definitely, we can go on the boat to Florida. That we can do. We can't do Thailand. We can't do the UK, but we can do Florida. So that's going to be a fun trip when we do that. The captain says he managed to lose a little weight in Thailand because of all the fresh food. It had to be the fresh food because I'm telling y'all, we ate our way through that country. Like I didn't try the bugs. He didn't try the bugs either. Neither one of us tried the bugs, but we ate just about everything else. It was amazing. Oh, the St. Augustine area. Nice. Yes. The captain loves that area. Loves it, loves it, loves it. He loves to go there and play golf. So we'll be by on our boat, and he'll bring his golf clubs. Maybe you can come hang out with me because I don't play golf. Fun wants to know if I can moonwalk or do the robot. No, I can't do either of those things. I might be able to pull off the chicken dance. I don't know. I can't do. Hey, Tommy. Good to see all of y'all. I want to know. Okay, all of y'all, let me know how many of you can do the moonwalk or the robot. Starlight can do the robot. Of course she can. Of course she can, y'all. She's just too cute. Hit the like button. Yes, all of y'all hit that like button. That would be amazing. Thanks, Tommy. Starlight, you can do the robot with your, well, is it easier with the cast on or not easier with the cast on? She had broke her thumb, or I think this is, whatever this is right here. She had broke it. She was in a cast for a while. And, but the kid can dance. Like, the kid's got moves, let me tell you. Her dad is totally screwed when she's older. Back signal comment says I can watch and laugh. Well, that's something. You know? People watching is, you know, it's fun. Like, we go all over the world to do it. Yeah. Starlight says she looks more like a robot with a cast. What was the most unusual thing about Thailand? Okay, the thing, I think the thing that struck me as the most unusual about Thailand is the heat. And I know I said that in several videos because I grew up in a really hot, humid climate. Like, I grew up in South Texas. I grew up, excuse me. I grew up 100 years ago where there was no air conditioning in my elementary and high school, or in our schools. And, you know, so I thought I was accustomed to the heat. The thing that's different about Texas heat and Thailand heat is that Thailand heat just hits you, and I don't know if it's the humidity. Everybody says it's not the heat, it's the humidity or whatever. I don't know if that's the truth. But the most unusual thing about Thailand for me was that when we went inside, even inside the buildings, when you went into restaurants and such, is they didn't have the AC on. Like, all these places were very open air places. And that to me was so unusual because in Texas, like, it's hot, but when you will come through my front door and close the door, it's 74 degrees inside my house. So anywhere you go when it's really, really hot, you can get inside and escape the heat. And we didn't find that to be the case in so much of Thailand. Now, I do get the fact that, you know, the view in Thailand is such a beautiful place with the ocean views and everything. You want to sit outside and enjoy that. But I really found it unusual that I couldn't come inside and be sitting in the AC. Like, I had to ask for a fan in a lot of places we went. If you look back at some of those videos, you'll see me sitting in front of a fan because I was melting. I was absolutely melting. The other thing that I found unusual about Thailand, and I will say first before I say this, is that almost everywhere we've traveled in the world, people are good. I think people are good wherever you go. Like, we really, at the end of the day, we all want the same things, right? We all want to be happy. We want to be healthy. We want to have a healthy home and healthy food and healthy children. And, you know, we all kind of want the same things. But it seems like here in the States, and this is just my perception, my opinion. So if you get mad at me, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. But I feel like in the States, often people feel a sense of competition, like they want to compete. Like, I can be healthy and happy, but only if I take it from you, or you can't, I don't know, whatever, keeping up with the Joneses, or I don't know. In Thailand, I didn't see that as much. I felt like all the different places we went and all the different people we encountered were genuinely kind people. And they were so nice to us coming into their world, not speaking their language, not understanding, you know, so much about their culture, and still so open to share everything with us. And I found that really unusual because I don't think I could go to, you know, Dallas, Texas and find just the average person be so accommodating and welcoming like that. Not saying Dallas is not a friendly place, it is, but it's not like Thailand friendly. I don't know. Maybe some of you know a better word for it, but I found that unusual that Thailand, just the general people, just the regular culture, was so incredibly welcoming to foreigners. And it's something I really appreciate. It's something that makes it a very special place. Thailand is absolutely a very special place.
Free donuts for no money.
Yes, and serving donuts, like, you can buy donuts at a stoplight in Thailand, and that is amazing. Like you can buy coffee at one stoplight and you can buy donuts at the other. And I like to be in a place where I can buy donuts at a stoplight. That was amazing. I probably ate way too many donuts at stoplights, but they were good and I'm not sorry. Gator Jake, thank you. This is my first live stream and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Hey, Mitch. Hi, Mr. Mitch. That signal comment says we got Buckles here in Florida. What is Buckles? Is that the jeans place? The only Buckles I know is like the jeans place. It's got to be something different because that doesn't make sense. We love following you in the Kahuna 29715. You love following me and the captain. Thank you. Chuck and Paige's life journey, and we wish you the very best from Simpsonville, South Carolina. Thank you so much. We wish you well as from Texas. And Chuck and Paige are the best. Like, okay, y'all have to tell me. I feel like I need to make a video about all the stuff Chuck and Paige do to help us with stuff while they're here. Like, I know I've laughed at some of the comments that I've seen, and I know it's not any of y'all because y'all are all, I recognize so many of you from Chuck and Paige's channel. And I know some people say like, you know, they should be like grateful that we let them stay here or whatever. And that's just silly because y'all don't understand. Like y'all do not understand how much Chuck and Paige do for us when they're here. Like the captain and I were talking about it. Okay, so the captain and I went to the grocery store yesterday or the day before, honey? Yesterday. It is the first time we've been to the grocery store since May. And obviously in May, we went once. We were getting rid of all that food because we were getting ready to take off to Thailand. When we came back from Thailand, we had Chuck and Paige with us. And y'all saw a lot of that. And Chuck and Paige do so much grocery shopping. They do so many house projects. They help with so many boat projects. They left so much food in the house that we just went to the grocery store yesterday. Like, and they've been gone for, I don't know, 3 weeks, a month, something like that. It's ridiculous. But when you look around my house, and y'all are so sweet when you tell me my house is nice and compliment me on the home, on our home, because we worked really, really hard. But like when you see all that shelving and all those little custom touches and the this and that and all the automated switches and all of that kind of stuff, Chuck did all of that. Like Chuck did all of that. And Paige takes care of everything else, and you don't even see her. She's like, I don't know. She's like the housekeeping ninja. Like she's little, like a ninja. In my mind, ninjas are little, quick, and almost invisible. And so that's like Paige to me, little, quick, and almost invisible, because I don't know when she does it. Like if you set a plate down, you turn around to put the plate in the dishwasher and it's already gone. Like you didn't see her, you didn't feel her move, nothing. She's already taken care of it. And she is so good at like anticipating what you'll like or what you need before you even know what you need or what you like. And she's already handled it. Like you never even see it coming. She's like the hostess ninja. I don't know. Paige is a ninja. Oh, Starlight says her mom's trying to join, but she's saying, oh, tell her, Starlight, tell her to click out and click in. When I first started to go live, I messed something up and I had to restart it. So that's why you see 2 different videos. Hi, Mike's Wave. And the Village Farong. Hi. Hi, Larice. My friend's capsule wardrobe is working out for her fairly well in Thailand. Her name is Kara, and Kara is Chuck's mom from No Time to Be Sad. And she's doing really well in Thailand. Like, she's doing really well. And I know she's been shopping because I helped her pack those clothes, and I haven't seen all those clothes when we were packing. She's picked up some new things, and she's looking great. Y'all, she is looking fantastic. I first met Kara probably, I don't know, 10, 11 years ago, maybe. And the Kara I know today versus the Kara I knew 10 years ago is so much younger and so much more vibrant and so much happier. And that just makes me so happy for her. And so I think she's doing pretty good with that wardrobe, and yeah, I'm pretty excited for her. Obviously, I love capsule wardrobes and planning and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think it's working well for her, and she's moving right along. So 1984 Scholze Asked, would the captain consider getting another 2 boats and rent them out to fishing tourists in Thailand so he can play golf and drink beer all day? That's a great question. What do you think, babe?
Sure.
Okay, so he says yes, he would consider that.
A boat big enough that we could put a little driving range tee on the back, and I could just hit ball off the back into the water.
Oh, okay. I don't know if y'all heard that. So what he said is he wants to get a boat, a fishing boat, that he can take out on the water, but big enough so that it has, what do you call that?
It's a driving range.
A driving range, like a driving tee box. So he can hit those, they make golf balls that dissolve in the water so you can hit them off the back of your boat. We can't do it on our boat. Our boat's not big enough. But he says if he did that, he would definitely have a boat where he could just have his driving range right off the back of the boat. And I guess if the boat's that big, it would have my amenities. Maybe I could live on that too. Microwave donuts, yes, yes. Love the donuts, like, and they're the perfect size. They're like, you know, just like a little 5-bite donuts. Like, so you're not linked for a big, long commitment in the car. And, you know, you can just enjoy it. But if you want another one, there's another stoplight coming. Like there's going to be another donut guy at the next stoplight or another 2 stoplights away. So like you can have all you want and not have to carry them with you. It's amazing. Hey, Captain. Gator Jake says hello.
I don't know if he does know this neither. Said hi.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, Rudy. Thank you. You loved how I helped Chuck's mom get ready for her trip to Thailand. So Chuck couldn't quite understand how he could be telling his mom, you know, what she needed to do to get ready. And she was just like, okay, okay, okay. But when she and I were talking about it, or when she and Paige were talking about it, she was so much more engaged. And I told him, it's because you're not a girl. Like, you know, you're her son. She only had sons. You know, like you're not a girl. And it's easier for a woman to have a conversation about a woman's wardrobe with another woman. And especially with 2 women that have already been there and done that. So it was so fun to do. And Chuck would get frustrated. He'd be like, Mom, I just told you that. And she's like, I know, it's okay. You know, and I had to explain to him, it's because you're not a girl. Like, you know, you're not a girl. Rick wants to know if we plan to retire in Thailand. You know, Rick, I wouldn't rule it out. We don't really plan to retire anywhere yet. Like we plan to retire. We want to spend the first few years of our retirement living on a boat and traveling around, doing a lot of boat stuff. I want to go up to Canada on the boat. I want to go to the Bahamas and the Virgin Islands and things like that on the boat. But when we ultimately retire, I don't know. Who knows, right? Like I wouldn't rule it out. The thing that makes it hard for me to think about moving to Thailand is that I've mentioned earlier in the conversation that I do have 2 adult children. So obviously they don't live with me. They're grown up. They have their own houses, their own lives. And I don't know if I would want to live that far away from my kids, which, you know, that's kind of a tough one. It's tough for a mom sometimes to see her grown kids as not still her babies, even though they are perfectly grown, functioning adults. You know, when I look at them, I still see my babies. And so I don't know if I could live on the other side of the planet from my babies, but maybe. I definitely wouldn't rule it out. Maybe we all go to Thailand. Right? Like maybe I could get the boys to come too. I don't know. It would be awesome. M, thank you so much. Hi, M. He or she, not sure, they say they love my blogs and I'm a superwoman. I'm not a superwoman, but we are going to petition the governor to make me the Queen of Texas. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I would totally take the job if they would give me the job, but obviously I know I'm not the Queen of Texas. Hi, Kathy. I know, me living on this other side of the planet from the kids, that would be tough. Like, but we could all go. Like, we could all go and we could live in Thailand where everybody is so at peace and happy and like on one income. It's amazing. The cost of living in Thailand is absolutely amazing and the most beautiful views. So maybe we could go. Oh, that's hilarious. Mike says, hey, Captain, how about them suits? That's hilarious, right?
Yeah. I can laugh now.
He can laugh about it now. Yeah, he's not as sensitive about it now. You know, the moment of anguish has passed. It was hilarious, though. I think I was the most amused out of everybody. Well, I don't know. Paige and I were the most amused because, like, we could not stop laughing. And he didn't think it was quite as funny. But I will tell you this, on some trip to Bangkok, we're going to get him that custom suit because, you know, why not? You only live once, right? You should have a custom suit made in Bangkok. Wadman says it seems ultimately that you will be able to eventually take extended trips to Thailand versus living there. For sure. We absolutely will. We absolutely will. When the captain does retire, we could easily go spend, you know, several months at a time there because I don't want to live that far away from my kids, but like I'm not tied to them anymore, you know, so I can absolutely, you know, go several months without seeing them. I can, you know, FaceTime them or whatever. But yes, we will definitely do that. So when Microwave says he will try to avoid that scam. Hi, Lori Leslie in the Hoosier State. Okay, what is the Hoosier State? Indiana? Indiana. Okay, I'm sorry, I missed you that one. Yeah. Hi, Lori from the Hoosier State, Indiana. Good to see all of y'all. I wish I could see y'all like, what do you need to do? Like, what is it? Zoom, where everybody can go in and, you know, talk, hang out. Yeah, the captain says the power lines everywhere in Thailand was shocking, almost literally, if you're not careful. That is a different type of wiring system. Like I've never seen that before. But Chuck explained. Oh yeah, so we have these little things. I know everybody, you know, people who travel internationally have them. And we were staying in a hotel. Where was the first one? It was in Hua Hin? Hua Hin?
Yes.
In Hua Hin. And we had two little power converters. And we plugged in one and plugged some stuff into it. It was doing just fine. And we plugged in the second one and it threw sparks and it, you know, turned black and it cut all the power on that side of the room. Like it didn't work out. And we looked outside because, you know, all those wires are everywhere. It's like, hopefully we didn't start a fire or something stupid. Like, you know, dumb American tourists, you know. So everything was okay. The guy came. I will say this, it was amazing. Like if you have a problem in a hotel in the States and you call down to the desk, they're like, okay, you know, whatever, you have this problem, we'll send somebody up or whatever. Or you just want us to move you to another room, we'll see you in half an hour or whatever. We called down to the desk in Thailand and we told them what we had done and we told them that we had lost all that power on the side of the wall. Within 5 minutes, they had a repair person at our door and he came with this full rolling metal Craftsman toolbox full of tools. Like he was there to solve the problem and fix it immediately. And he did. We had just tripped a breaker. And in case anybody doesn't know, those breakers are under the AC vents in the hallway. If you ever trip one and you need to reset it yourself, that's where they are now, we know. But I was so impressed with that. Like it's amazing. Like the people there are just, it's a different culture and I loved it. I really, really loved it. Hey, Victoria in California. Yay. What part of California are you in? It says sunny California, but I think all of California is sunny. No, Mike, we did not need adapters for our plugs. We had that one little adapter converter thing. It was a power converter and it had plugs, you know, that were for us. And then everywhere we went did have the 3-prong plugs. I think we stayed in one place that didn't, but Chuck had an adapter for us so I could plug in my computer. So other than that, we didn't need any other plug adapters. I would love to sail from the Suez Canal around India down to Thailand, similar to Michael Parkinson's Round the World in 80 Days. That would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. But I want to do it in a powerboat, not a sailboat. I know the wind is, you know, paid for, right? And sails are such a much more economical way to travel, but like you've got to be really good. Like you've got to know trigonometry. You've got to be able to use your calculators. You've got to be, and they have apps for that. Like obviously there's an app for everything now, but you also have to be able to handle all those sails. And that's just not something the captain and I decided we wanted to get educated about. So he, you know, many, many moons ago, went to school for engines and understands how all that stuff works. So when we decided to buy a boat, we definitely wanted a power boat because You know, it's just, we like to turn the key and go, not have to worry about the sail and all that good stuff. Trying to understand the wind direction to know how to put the sail up to go in the right direction. It's a lot. It's a lot. Hi, Juan. Yes, you came from Chuck and Paige's channel. Thank you so much. Chuck and Paige have my favorite channel on YouTube. Victoria, you're about 40 from San Francisco, Northern California. Beautiful, beautiful. Northern California is very, very pretty. Very pretty. Mike's in Southern California, huh? Okay, so Victoria, you don't live in San Francisco. You live 40 minutes or miles from San Francisco. I don't know how you do it in California, but in Texas, we measure distance in minutes. But 40 minutes, 40 miles is probably about the same, you know? So I decided, we were in San Francisco for a trip one time, and I decided I was going to walk over to the famous pier area over there. And, you know, I'm looking at Google Maps on my phone, and I'm like, okay, it's not that far. I'll figure it out, right? It's fine. It's fine. Well, all the buildings in San Francisco were really tall, and the sidewalks are not, obviously, because they're, you know, ground level. And my maps couldn't keep track of where I was. So I got lost. And I ended up in front of the bus station with a lot of transient people. And there was this one transient man who was sitting in his wheelchair, and he's just screaming at all the people that walk by, screaming all of these obscenities to all the people that walk by, like people jogging and a lady walking with her baby in a stroller. And I have to walk past him. Like I either have to turn around and go someplace else, or I have to walk past him to go to where I'm trying to get to. So I just decided, I'm a grown woman. I'm trying to be the queen of Texas. I'm gonna walk past him, and I'm not gonna make eye contact. I'm just not gonna make eye contact, and he can say whatever he wants, and I'm just gonna get through it. So I suck it up, and I start walking. And he looks at me, and I'm thinking, don't look. And I look at him. I did. I looked at him. I made eye contact with him, and I wasn't even planning to do that. And so like, here it comes. And I just very quietly said, good morning. And he started yelling at the guy jogging behind me. He didn't yell at me at all. And I was just like, thank you so much. But I was walking so fast because I didn't want to hang out in front of the bus station in San Francisco. So that's my San Francisco story. Take an Uber. We had a great time in San Francisco. It was a lot of fun, amazing food. We had great food there, but I'm not going to go out walking around by myself. Take an Uber. I Ubered back to my hotel, and the captain at dinner, I was telling him my story, and he was like, why do you go out doing this stuff by yourself? That's ridiculous. And I was like, no, it's fine. Like, you know, I said good morning to him. He didn't yell at me, and I just went on about my life. But Uber, like Uber. Did I sleep well on the way home in first class, Tommy? Oh my goodness. So I slept pretty well in first class. I was so grateful to be in first class because I had food poisoning. That's why the captain had gone out to get me some more medicine, because we were getting ready to get on a flight, and I had food poisoning, which was surprising because we had already been there for 2 weeks. We had been there for 2 weeks, and I was totally fine the whole time we were there, and we ate everything except the bugs. And the captain ate everything, and he didn't get sick, but I had really bad food poisoning. So I was so grateful to be in first class because, you know, having to get on a 13-hour flight with food poisoning just terrified me. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even, this is my life now. Like, this is my life. But I was fine. Everything was fine. He got me the medicine I needed. And yes, it was very nice to be able to lay down and just try to rest and sleep with food poisoning. I didn't eat anything. Like, I ate like half a roll the whole 13 hours because I was not going to risk it. But yeah, it was nice. Like, I'll probably never fly first class again. So it was a great experience to have once. But, you know, it was pretty cool. So the captain says stories like my San Francisco story give him high blood pressure. He gets kind of irritated with me sometimes because when we travel, like, I'm curious, not even when we travel, like in my life, everywhere. I'm just curious. And I don't mean to wander off, but he doesn't like me wandering off when we're in, you know, foreign places, different places. And I like to go explore things. So he always is like, he likes to keep me in front of him now because he used to, you know, if he would go his way, he would turn around and I would be gone because I see something shiny and I want to go wander off and go check it out and go see what's over there. And he doesn't like me doing that. So now when I go out by myself, When we're out of town, I Uber. That's our deal. I can go anywhere I want. I can do anything I want, but he wants me to Uber or take a cab. He doesn't want me going out walking around where Google Maps can lose me again. Might you have a ticket in economy late September? And your children are telling you to upgrade and spend the money to go first class. Wow. Yeah. You know, that if you can swing it, like, it would be worth it. So here's the deal. Economy isn't really uncomfortable for me because I'm, average. I'm big by Thai standards. I'm huge in Thailand, but in Texas, I'm just like an average woman size. Now the captain, he's big, like he's a big guy. He's 6'4". He was not comfortable in economy. So I think he was probably more grateful for the first class upgrade than I was. But economy is not bad. So if you're somebody who can be perfectly comfortable in a regular airplane seat, like me, then I would save the money. But if you can swing it financially and you would be uncomfortable in economy, then absolutely upgrade. What do you have to lose? Like, you only live once, right? It's a great life experience. Oh, Tommy says it's not worth it. Yeah, I can get that. Did I get checked out when I got back for food poisoning, as some variants can leave parasites? No doubt. Like, I did, but I didn't at first. Like, I had been back, how long? Maybe 3.5 weeks? 3.5 weeks, and I was still feeling kind of off. Like, things were still not right. Some days would be fine, some days were not. So I did get checked out. I don't have any parasites. Thank goodness, because I was like, oh my God, what are they going to find? That was scary, but everything was fine. And my doctor did put me on a round of medication just in case there was something that couldn't come up in the test. I pretty good most of the time now. Every once in a while, I still don't feel real well, but I don't know. Who knows what that's from? It could be anything, right? Gator Jake loves business first class, but he's not uncomfy in economy. But he's not a big person. Yeah. Bishka, you are lucky. Thailand's only 7 hours from there. That is awesome. If I was only 7 hours from Thailand, I would be going like every few months. Chuck and Paige would be so sick. Like the mafia. I know y'all all know who the mafia is. She would be like, tell her to go home. Like, we're tired of her. Go make her go home. She's only 7 hours from home. Tell her to go home. But I have determined when I go and visit them and I meet the mafia, I'm going to teach her a Texas line dance because I just think that'll be fun. Like, we don't speak the same language at all, but she likes to drink and dance. I like to drink and dance. It seems like peanut butter and jelly. We should just get along just fine, right? Oh, Tommy always requests bulkhead seating. That's pretty smart. The captain does that often as well. I don't know what gave me the food poisoning. I really like noodles, like all kinds of noodles. And I had eaten all different types of noodles. But we stopped at one restaurant and they didn't have whatever, I don't remember what it was, but they didn't have the dish that I had originally wanted to order. And I didn't want to hold up everybody else's order while I tried to decide again. So I just ordered some kind of Alfredo dish or whatever. And it was a couple hours after that I started feeling sick. So we think it's probably that Alfredo something. C2K1 simply doesn't fly in cattle class. Most expensive mistake in my life was treating the wife to business class. 15 years later, she refuses to turn right when boarding a plane. Oh my goodness, I love her. Bring her with me. Let's go shopping. That'll be so much fun. Oh, Mitch only sits in the back of the airplane because he's only sitting when they tell him to sit. Otherwise, he paces around the back of the plane. And, Mike does that too. And I get it because, Mitch is a big guy too. So he's fairly tall. I don't know how tall you are, Mitch, but you look tall. And so Mitch and Mike are doing laps on the plane. Laps and hydrate the entire flight. Absolutely. And yes, Dan, music and dance has a universal language for everyone, right? Like, she won't know what I'm saying. She's probably going to think I'm just crazy, but you know, that's okay. Maybe I think she's little and crazy and she'll think I'm tall and crazy and we can all dance and, you know, do our thing. Gator Jake says the food poisoning is usually not from the Thai food and the 450-degree peanut oil. I got sick at KFC and you don't. Oh, I believe that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we ate all that Thai food. That's the only dish I had that wasn't an authentic Thai dish while we were there. And yeah, it had to be that Alfredo sauce. And to think about it, you know, when you think about it, like I hadn't thought about it till just now, but if you eat Alfredo sauce in Thailand, you kind of deserve what you get, right? Oh, Mr. Mitch is out mingling with the flight attendants. Sexy, sexy. I get it. Yeah. Especially like on the, what is it, the Anna Airways. Those little Japanese flight attendants are absolutely freaking adorable. Great present for the mafias would be platform shoes. Yes, Dan. Absolutely. Like, that is happening. I hadn't even thought about that, but that would be perfect, wouldn't it? That would be so fun. Oh, Mitch is telling the captain that he typically paces in the kitchen area. Well,
I asked him how he kept from falling. I almost ended up in a couple laps.
oh. The captain had gotten up to walk around on the plane quite a bit because, you know, he heard that's something you need to do, but he's got sea legs, but in the air, those sea legs don't quite work just as well. So, you know, if you see a big guy falling towards you, a lot of those passengers were like, ah! I know. But it worked out. He didn't fall on anybody. So Mitch is about the captain's size. So he was wondering, you know, how do you not do that? And that's because Mitch is pacing back in the kitchen with all the hot little flight attendants. Smart man. I like it. Fun, fun. So everyone here, I think just about everyone here has been to Thailand, which is awesome. We should all go. Like, we should all go to Chuck and Paige's house. I don't think, yeah, they're not on here because he would tell me you should stop talking. But we should all go together. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah. Dan says, hey, the captain is a big guy. He can do whatever he chooses. No arguments. I don't know. I might have some arguments. Not whatever. Well, I'm just kidding. Like, he's a big guy. He can do whatever he wants. Oh, Mike, is going to be your first trip. Congratulations. That is so exciting. I am super excited for you. Super, super excited for you. Like, when you get back, you're going to have to let me know. You send me a message, we'll talk, because I want to know what your first experience is. I hope it is everything and more than mine was. Like, mine has just been so amazing, and I want everybody to have that. Laugh now, bitch. I'm taking you to the land office next visit. I don't know what the land office is. Vishka, you'll go with me? We all go to Thailand at the same time? I think she's in. But of course, she only has a 7-hour flight, so she'll get there first. Save me a seat. Or maybe I can go to Australia, and then from there, I'll take that 7-hour flight with her. We'll go over there, and we'll teach the mafias, you know, a Texas line dance. Don't believe a word. Oh, Mitch, did you not buy that bar, or did you really buy that bar? Like, inquiring minds want to know. Because that would be too much fun. I'm waiting for Mitch to answer and tell us whether or not he bought that bar. I need to know. Hey, Banjo, he is the nicest guy on YouTube, or at least he's my favorite. He is the nice guy. He's my favorite guy. He is sitting across from me because he didn't want to be on camera. So.
Wow, when you drop a chip.
Mitch, seriously, y'all were joking? Oh no. Buy a bar, Mitch. Buy a bar. Like, we'll all come. All of us together. I'll come. We'll bring the mafias. We'll do the Texas line dance at your bar. Yeah, get a pool table. Paige is a pool shark. I don't know if y'all knew that. So they're asking for you to come over here and be on the live stream, babe. What do you think? Okay, he's coming. Good job, Banjo. You're getting him on camera.
Here's the camera.
Hi, honey.
Hi. I'm only nice if your name is not Lau and you don't drive a tuk-tuk.
Be nice to Lau. Be nice to Lau. Lau's just doing his job, right? He's just doing his thing.
Yeah.
Now we know. Now we know where to get a great suit. Bishka says hi, honey. I mean, she said hi. I said honey. But Bishka, you can say hi, honey, too, if you'd like.
Oh, the cowboy hat is awesome, right? I love that hat.
Oh, the cowboy hat is amazing. So as y'all know, the captain has one too because it's hot here too. And it was funny when we first gave it to Chuck and he was wearing it in the shadow or whatever, and he walked out to full sunshine and it's got the solar panel on top. And like that fan kicks into high gear depending on how much the sun is shining, how much power it's getting. And he was like, it started vibrating his whole head. He was like, my whole head is vibrating. And I'm like, if you like it, keep that to yourself. Don't tell us. We don't need to know all that. But the captain also has the same cowboy hat. It's fun. He likes it too. That cowboy hat hums. It's amazing. Mitch, did you get to try it? We need to send Mitch a cowboy hat. Mitch, if you buy the bar, I'll bring the hat. Do that. Well, y'all, I've got to get going. Sorry. I've got to get going, but I have totally enjoyed my first live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all are all amazing. Like, I can't wait to be running around the world and, meet some of y'all in person. I'd love to meet you guys in person. So thank you again for being here. And we'll do another live stream soon because this is fun. I'll plan better for the next one so that I don't have all the crazy links and broken links and all the messed up stuff. So thank you for being here, letting me go through this learning experience, kind of figuring it out. And I'm already looking forward to the next one. I will see y'all very soon. Bye, y'all.